We spoke about infrastructure, we spoke about big investments, we spoke about changing the world through the Belt and Road Initiative.
Can I get your thoughts on that growth target and what China's continuous growth will mean for the world?
So let's look a bit at China's 5% GDP target. I think it's very bullish, very optimistic, but I also think it's quite realistic in that sense, because at the end, what we have to send to the market right now, there's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of things that we don't really know what's going to happen. I think it's really a push for stability and resilience. Now, despite this, these trade tensions out there, this really showcases, China's commitment to maintain that steady economic shape. China is ASEAN's largest trade partner. I think it's about $700 billion, right? And so a couple of things come to mind when you talk about how we're going to set it moving forward. The first thing is we have to ensure that there's supply chain stability, and that's very, very important. China remains a very, very critical node in global manufacturing, right? And if China is stable, basically everything else around the area will kind of stabilize as well.
What sort of opportunities as well as challenges do you foresee for foreign companies operating in the Chinese market?
The biggest challenge operating in Chinese markets, number one, is distance. We're not physically near to China. The second thing is the culture. The third thing is really just, I would say, the language. If we can break down that language element, if we can break down the communication element, half the battle is won. And this can be done, and I believe, through artificial intelligence. We've spoken a bit about DeepSeek and how DeepSeek really changed the market, and it caused a $2 trillion sell-off in the US, but it's open source and anybody can use it. So artificial intelligence is probably going to reach a level where I may not have to speak in Mandarin. You may not have to speak in Bahasa Malaysia to me. We can use our own native language and communicate. Now, moving towards that, right, I think there are great opportunities for growth within technology, within green energy, but it all falls down, if you ask me. It's about creating talent.